Oh, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Also 10 FPS, just because I don't have a very good cooking machine right now. So my laptop can die any moment, especially if I actually open up a YouTube video. Crazy, right? So I can't do that. I can only try and reference MatPat through memory. So you have to be very familiar with his line of work, with his channel, and maybe a few reference on top of that from outside, like PewDiePie. Huh. No, it's a lot deeper than that, because I am a YouTube mapper, and anyone who doesn't know my fucking channel, because here's the thing, I was encouraged to make this video a reality, but I also stand for the YouTube CEO that I'm supposed to become eventually. But what I have found trying to make this video is that here's a map. Here's how it looks like. You get talented at age 18 because you can highlight a talent that you have. Oh, you have a nice singing talent or whatever. But once you understand what the talent is, and that it's not exactly super amazing valuable thing in the world, it's not always something you're gonna sell, you keep moving forward in life and you become creative. This is the moment where people can essentially sell themselves, but they still have to get lucky. In order to become creative level, creator on YouTube, now you have to do quite a lot more than just have one specific talent. You have to find a consistent talent, something that you want to consistently show to other people. And most of the time, because you're a growing person, you're gonna evolve, and you have to establish yourself accordingly. Crazy, right? But some people don't make it to the next level, and keeps going. You mature, you grow up. I put years in because this is how I feel. What is happening to me, I'm actually becoming a creator right at this moment. And MatPat is becoming a manager, because he talked about at March 7th specifically, that he's making a better YouTube. But I have very many doubts about his line of work in light of management. Mostly because his success is so annoying and so loud. Just like every other YouTuber success. First thing you have to know as a YouTuber, America is not entirety of the world. And if it was, I would be so fucking dead inside. I'm waiting for Americans to wake up and let Europe in as the next step in the history of the internet and YouTube as a whole. Okay, Europe is kind of silent and very shy, doesn't want to fucking learn English because it doesn't get those opportunities. But I think weird and crazy things would start happening if you just land a few opportunities, sprinkle around Europe, and see how people grab them. See how people behave when YouTube gets introduced to them. Because the moment YouTube is introduced to me, I am out of control, okay? I make even more rant videos. 3 hours every day. I can sit here for hours and hours. I don't give a fuck. But most importantly, I can't go above and beyond, so it's gonna be 3 hours every day, okay? Maximum. Because the content is gonna start flooding in, and I'll just skim the best parts and gonna talk about it and see how they connect to other things. And here it is, MatPat. He's also, by the way, banned from influencing me anymore. I'm sorry. It happened. Just like Hearthstone has been banned for being terribly designed game that people are ignoring all the problems, basically. because sometimes it works, and that's the most amazing part, when Hearthstone works for a brief moment. But every time I play a normal deck, not a control deck, okay, not just dump a bunch of Borklers and Flame Strikes, if you play a normal deck, you can't really win that easily. So tempo does not exist, and so I moved on. But now Minecraft has its own problems. It doesn't have a cool leader, so I put MatPat in here as like the leader of Minecraft, because he made videos, and he also claimed that Minecraft, along with League of Legends or something, are two main games that pushed gaming forward. Okay, so I would say Hearthstone was pushing forward gaming for me personally. Okay, the game of the decade, basically. He pushed out that title for Minecraft. So if he's holding Minecraft to such a high self-esteem, maybe he can be a leader for it as well. Besides, Minecraft is filled with creepers, and this creeper personality will certainly fit in. Okay, I will not recap, and this is a big warning. I don't recap personalities. You have to learn how I label personalities. There are vampires, werewolves, creepers, and zombies. Wow. They also correspond to water, fire, earth, and wind personalities. Have to figure out which one is which by watching my other videos. Congratulations. But I'm not gonna make too many references anyways. What I can say is that Dream and Techno both are creepers, and both stupidly relevant right now in Minecraft. For whatever reason, right? No, it's just people who are very mad. They figure out how to tame a Minecraft eventually. Wow. Including MatPat. And I rename him into MapPat because of what I'm about to say next. After you reach management position, and you have been crazy creative in many ways, you have created all kinds of content, you need to manage that content, obviously. So that's the next step. For me, my creative outlet potentially is gonna change. I'm not always gonna release 3-hour rant videos. I'm gonna label for specific ways that I feel that certain day or whatever. I'm probably gonna change what I release at that point. It's mostly to tackle different issues, I would say. So next year I'm planning to actually release songs, raw songs that don't have music in them, so it's just garbage. But it's not worse than rapping, so I probably can allow myself this luxury if I just find the right beat. Sing along and tell you guys different side of how I feel. Maybe that's gonna help. And yeah, I know one thing you will expect, and you must expect: 3-hour videos are slow. We have to slowly crawl into MatPat's pants, okay, and toy with his emotions, basically, figure out who he is as a person, give every piece of context we can possibly find. We have to open our minds in order to fucking see the full map, because I am intending for even greater purpose in life, to become a mapper. Okay, reach 40 years until I am starting to build an environment for myself. Some people call it a family, some people call it a fucking community. I build an entire environment. It's like a Disneyland, okay? This is what happens when you reach 40 and you start establishing yourself. I'm sorry. That's what happens. If you're establishing yourself as 18, maybe you're just a porn star eventually. And this is why 18 is just such a sweet number to put in on the board. It works very, very well, okay? Every 7 years, you get the greater opportunity in your life. So, and it's really cool, right? It's 7 years. Yeah, that seems nice. I put insanity as tier 5 because it doesn't exist. Tier 5, you can't get it. But insanity allows you to tap into a higher tier before you even reach there, so you know you're gonna be fitting map maker, and so you can put. I call myself right now YouTube cook. At this point, I'm like, oh, I realized, I'm a YouTube cook, and I will put dead rats, rat pats. yeah. I will put dead rat pats in your meal, just to toy with you, just to be that awful little cook that's gonna, show you a tongue in cheeks, boys, because I'm going next level eventually. I can toy with your emotions. I can do whatever I want. I can deliver you a shitty meal, but you will always come back and be my customer, because what else are you gonna do? There's no YouTube content sometimes. Sometimes the world is very dark and painful. Sometimes you don't understand which YouTubers to watch and which you shouldn't be stuck with. So I'm mapping out, while doing the creative work, while being in the category that I kind of belong, but at the same time my life is kind of insane because nobody supported my talents that much. See, that's the cool part. The moment I hit 18, the other reason why it's such a sweet year, I hit AdventureCraft, and I built my map, and I won the talent show of who's gonna build the best map in AdventureCraft, and I got featured and all that shit. I gotten just enough fame to have a few followers who still want the same map to get to the next level, so to speak. And I appreciate that, okay? It turned into more of a creative problem rather than just showing off what I can do, to other people, just because I did some programming back in the day or whatever. And now I'm doing serious programming, and maybe I can beat up Minecraft, like for real. Like release a ray tracing engine beating up Minecraft just because I can render terrain, it doesn't lag, and the terrain can independently detach itself and fly into space if it wants to. How about that? Can you imagine that sort of terrain? Yeah, it's not easy to make, okay? And most importantly, the aspect that people can forget about, I will do it in Unity. Meaning that it's going to be open source. Anyone can just edit and make their own version of Minecraft. Oh, yeah. It's not okay at all. Sitting on this crazy project that I'm not finishing just because I have computer problems, I have financial problems, I just am not visible in the space of the internet, and that's fine. I get it. Not everyone can get the spotlight. Wow, okay. Not everyone is American over here. So, doesn't have enough friends or doesn't have enough support. Because in America, you will get support if you establishing social media right now, profiles, big old everyone knows now, okay? And if they don't know, you can just move or go into conventions. You can do a lot of things. In Europe, no. Just no. Nothing is happening at all. Honestly, nobody cares at all. And anytime something like TikTok shows up, everyone just floods there instead of YouTube. Anytime, dude. So, good luck, me. But that doesn't mean that I'm desperate to like just move to America. I feel like Europe will get a fair chance as the time goes on, you know, like more countries hop in and normalize themselves. Because like it's important to understand that internet is bigger than any country ever. Like, what's the fucking deal here? And the moment like India has been like activated technically and has taken the crown of YouTube, it's kind of a fair warning that Europe can progress further as well. That India just, you know, gets sets itself on fire as it's supposed to be, and Europe now can I build a mountain, please? Can I build a mountain that you can climb? Of course you will never understand the references. Sometimes I go crazy. Please don't send help, because that's how I spend 3 hours. Okay? Just digging around. Very awkward concept sometimes, you have to take time to understand. But the mountain concept, the European mountain. Europe is like an Earth personality, by the way. It's a smart personality. So a mountain concept is that I build a mountain, I build a bunch of challenges, and see if you can make it to the top, basically. It's fun, okay? Being challenged is fun, is what I happen to enjoy in life. I play games to be challenged, and Techno and Dream understands the same aspect of like speed running and just being good at the game and beating up people in PvP or whatever. Like, if you combine those two aspects together, what I enjoy from gaming the most is squeezing every single opportunity I can find. It's like playing Skyrim, but I sell every single like little thing I can find to grind gold. But I try not to cheat, like brew potions and sell those, because that's an easy way to make money. So I make sure to challenge myself, basically. That's how I do things. That's what a definition of a mountain is. And why Europe is pretty interesting, okay? Pretty interesting place. We just need to be highlighted. And Americans, instead of fighting each other, should take advantage of this crazy opportunity that they have to, you know, fund upcoming YouTubers who they can't really reach easily because we might not even speak their language, which is a no-no, okay? English is pretty important. Maybe you can modify English to work a little better. If you can find improvements, go right ahead and make your own fucking language. I come from Lithuanian background, so I could make lit English, and you know what? It works. Lithuanians have a very lit language, very clear, where letter like this, where shit becomes 3 letters instead of 4 letters. Okay, what's the sh stands for? Okay, we have a separate letter to do the sh part. Okay, so those kind of but so it's very easy to read our language. It's very intuitive, so whatever you hear, you kind of just, you can scramble down, and you're probably gonna be very, very much correct. You don't need to worry about spelling mistakes, because what you hear, you're gonna write it down easily. So I think Lithuanians have plenty. And it feels like a very heartwarming language as well. English is very snappy and fast. So, yeah, if you can combine these two fucking things together, I would love a language like that. I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of other people would love it too. It's just the effort that has to be put in. And the first part of the effort is just wanting to do it, and holding the idea as an available, meaningful thing. Yeah. So, yeah, the last thing is mapping. Another way to look at this is like, you become happy as a talented person. You are happy, okay? holding happiness is a talent of itself, but the way you present happiness or yourself as happy, that's up to you technically. That's what's gonna make you different from everyone else and whatever. But this is normally what a talent is. In a tough situation, you still maintain happiness. So like you dress up as a clown and like a surrounded by children, but you're still a clown. You're still happy, even though it's just children, nothing to relate to or something. Whatever. It's a tough position, absolutely. The toughest position is when everyone wants to steal away your happiness and that sort of stuff. But this is the way that you get attention, right? People know you're happy and they want to steal it from you, and it's cool. But not everyone can like enjoy just being talented. So move on forward. What does it mean to be creative? Well, creative people are gonna spill out a bit of happiness. They become happy and I have too much. I have to sit here for 3 hours and be happy ranting and releasing a video like this. I have to actually be happy doing that. Extra happy, knowing that some people will actually tune in and will care about what I have to say. And sometimes they might even demand. Okay, they might even anticipate something being so controversial that I have to talk about it and enlighten them of what it truly means. Because just because people supported an emotional ideology of what has been viral, it doesn't mean you understand the meaning and logic behind it. It's two separate things that right now YouTube is missing the logic part so hard, and MatPat actually is not feeding logic. He's actually taking popular shows. He's almost like running around logic, except when it comes to YouTube, which is why the special video that he has released on March 7, okay, and I'll put it as a separate point. March 7, better YouTube. I am making. Which is almost like a grammatical downfall. Like, what is this sentence anyways? So he releases this video, and it's different from what he would normally do. Yet again, he has to sit on the couch and semi-rant, okay? I think he needs to sit down and like... I can do a 3-hour rant over this, and consume your rant at the same time, because what MatPat is upset about is that, well, YouTubers have to deal with stuff, just like everyone else. We have to deal with life, okay, and we have issues, and we would love to have better management. Wow, that's amazing. I never heard that one before. Everyone deals with the same fucking bullshit. If you're a creator, you will have shitty management, because the management will never, and I mean never, take care of you personally, okay, and very carefully. Like, if you truly earn it, you kind of can adapt, but the best thing to do is to do it yourself, obviously, and just want to do it yourself, because life literally gives you anything you want. You just have to mature into that position, and don't be scared, because if you're scared, like, who cares? You're just gonna be stuck with your fears, and enjoy your fears. Because fears are just illusions of things you can't have. You just pretend that you can't have it, and you're just like, I'm okay without it. So yeah, that's if you like living with fears, you'll never reach this position, which is why people fall under. Okay, and why certain people have to be broken through certain barriers that they have, or certain traumas that they have, to just reach that next level. It's like, well, it's so cringy, on the edge of the next level, and you cannot just let go of these few things in your life that causes all these problems and fears and letting you down. Yeah, sometimes people are a little bit annoying on that sense. Is MatPat on the edge of management and he doesn't even realize? Technically, right? There's a lot of YouTubers who are maturing into that position where they have to become team leaders of some kind. So I literally put them like that. I label them as team leaders. Some teams are better than others or whatever, but it's not like Minecraft was not the most influential thing in my life. It was very, very influential. It's hard to compare it with anything else simply because it's a game, okay? And it needs a specific repurpose towards the community. But it never happened, right? Like, Mojang never really repurposed Minecraft specifically to allow community to contribute to the maximum. Okay, download all these maps that community has created. Jump into all these successful servers. Look at what minigames are being super active right now. Or maybe even fucking find a friend. Or a YouTuber that you would like. Mojang really needs to support a system like that to embrace community. Hearthstone doesn't need that. Surprise, surprise, because like people create decks, and it's easy to just. Almost every single Hearthstone player is creating their own decks. They don't have to worry about it, or they just pick interesting decks to play at very least. They have to be very good at it. But they don't necessarily need special support from Hearthstone developers, so that's fine. They might need some mental support, of how the fuck do I deal with Hearthstone every day of my life? It's impossible. They need to supplement their content with something extra, absolutely. And sometimes it helps to just back off and review cards or something. But whatever, it's their trouble, and Hearthstone sucks enough to be banned. But this time I banned Minecraft 2, and I put everything into a bank of Grailmore. Someone who's associated with Hytale, the next level of Minecraft, technically. The Minecraft Destroyer, potentially. Where is it? Why I don't hear anything from the Hytale developers? How long will it take for them to release the goddamn fucking game? Who knows? But it looks good, and it's probably worth waiting for. And while we wait for it, we might as well say that it's fucking garbage, and I don't care. just so I have a chance to destroy Minecraft one last time. And again, that's even more context that we need to know, because I put MatPat specifically to be a leader of Minecraft, because Minecraft has so little leadership potential from anyone else that I can't. It's not like here's the problem, like Techno is a really cool dude that could have been easily Minecraft's leader if he actually had consistent content for himself. If he was an actual content creator. He's just a talented dude, and it fucking sucks, man. He's like ultra talented, and he's good at creating content, but that doesn't make him a fucking creator, because you're required to have a format. Like, it's so simple. MatPat. That's what you have to have. So a very quick reminder for YouTubers to be a creator, you need a format pat. Okay? You will remember that at least. It's a very memorable pun game we're playing here. Format pat. Alright. I think I'll take a break now. It's already 30 minutes. Watch some fucking game theory, am I right? And food theory. Because I'm now a YouTube cook and I need to learn food theory. That's right. He's my mentor now. Still is. No, it's fucking weird. I don't support MatPat entirely because YouTubers don't really need much support. It's like, how much do you want to earn as a YouTuber? As a person who has freedom to create whatever videos they want. Whatever. Like, you can do whatever. You're probably earning plenty, okay? If you're earning more than 5K a fucking year, you're better than me already, okay? You live better than me. So, which is ridiculous what I just said, but, like, that's how ridiculous my life is. Welcome to insanity. Welcome to my perspective and my rant so often for 3 hours, because I do live in ultra poverty. Welcome. That's what it's like not having a job. Nobody's gonna give you money. Okay? You're just not gonna get money. You're just gonna be dying every now and then. Food theory. This is where his American culturism, whatever it is, shows up basically. Food theory, really? At least you're not Fat Pat. Holy shit, would that be a meme? Oh my god. But why is it so fucking close that I even know that it's a thing, okay? It's too close. Rat Pat? Now Fat Pat? Man, this is a thing now. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see how many pats we can find. Can we find a cat pat in the box? Fucking hell. MatPat. This is the MatPat that has a very big PP because he has potential to become a mapper. So fucking smart that he actually puts his smart in the right place. Okay, and becomes like a wonderful companion friend for me. Okay. And unlocks his own treasure. My treasure is Ariana Grande. Keep it in your fucking face. I am reserving that person for myself. She's my age. She's my type. We're both creative right now, but we're not gonna stay the same level as everyone else for too long. Okay, we're going next level. I want to see her as a manager. Okay. Just like I want to see myself as a manager. And eventually, you know, once we start establishing, we're going to look around and it's like, who else is a manager around me? And, you know, cuddle up. That's what happens, right? When two people love each other, they cuddle. I don't know nothing about sex, by the way. I'm Matt. And then Fat Pat. Straight up from the kitchen, the Fat Pat. I mean, the dumbest thing you can do in your life is to nickname yourself as some. Just pick a nickname that someone else give you. Oh my god, it's so stupid. It's very catchy, okay, and it deserves a song basically. So next year, as a songwriter, I will release a MatPat song, okay, and all the other Pats. It's just gonna be in there, okay. Oh, patties, cool, dude. Need that Krusty Krab in there as well. So, What the fuck is food theory? Why shouldn't there be a YouTube theory in the first place? Why MatPat is so concerned about YouTube and making YouTube better place, but he doesn't fucking even release a channel dedicated to that, despite him sprinkling on game theory just enough meta theories to make a channel out of it. Like, what? Who thought it was a better idea to make a food theory? Is he that kind of person? Is he really just now, I don't give a fuck, let's troll YouTube. It's all made out of small old children anyways, nobody cares. I think MatPat is gonna realize he can't take criticism anymore. He has to leave YouTube at this point. Let's make YouTube great again. Oh wait, I have to leave because I know what happened to Donald Trump will happen to me, so I have to leave. Yeah. Don't build wall. There's no wall pat in there. It doesn't rhyme. You have to leave, yeah. Because technically what he actually proposes is actually wall building. Here's why. YouTubers should unite and rise, okay, against the system that doesn't manage them, you know. Okay, there's not enough management on YouTube, I agree. Susan, this Satan of YouTube, doesn't manage you very well. You know, YouTube is pretty fucking young, and Satan is gonna rule over YouTube automatically, okay? You like it or not, you're literally engaging with an opportunity you have never seen before. Internet opened doors for you, hoping that you're a nice person, okay, and you accept Satan as your management, okay? You can accept me as your management, but I'm a cook and I'm still young. I'm still 25 years old, so you know, don't expect much from me. Especially, I'm from Europe. I'm like so far away that you will not be able to meet me. You will not be able to. You can hop on my Discord channel. I can say hi to you. You know, and technically I can talk for hours and hours and actually engage in real conversation, which you're probably not gonna get from YouTube CEO anyways. So I'm still gonna be better choice anytime you wanna you just want a meal, you just want to feel your life to be a little bit more logical and meaningful. Congratulations, you came to the right place. But now I'm realizing, you know, I will continue the trend of like, I'm YouTube CEO now. I will continue holding on to this because this is the sort of troll level that I have to keep up with to be the manager eventually, to get the YouTube managing role, whether YouTube likes it or not. Fuck YouTube, nobody likes it anyways. And I agree on MatPat on the drama level, that this is dramatic and worth talking about. I just don't like the solutions he's proposing because he's a successful person and he wants to make other YouTubers successful, but everything he's doing past that point is, you know, he has to reinvent that thing. And let me tell you how it actually is supposed to work, because he's making mistakes. So in order... Here's the weirdest part. Here's what I'm like super creeped out. If you're successful, you can't manage other people's success. That's not for you to do. To become a manager means that, yeah, you can take a bite of other people's success, but you're not out there to manage it. You're just to be a role model to them. Okay? You show how you manage your shit, and you tell them about it, but you're not there to manage them at all. It's just like, actually, MatPat does the right thing in here, because this gathering of crazy, powerful YouTubers or whatever in one place to educate smaller ones. No, that's cool. That's a cool idea. Is that a Discord though that I can join? No? Okay, get the fuck out of my face. You know. At some point, it becomes as simple as that. Just like MatPat is not making a Discord, Antwinum is not unbanning me from Discord, okay? That's the best ban I ever received, by the way. Even Hightail Discord, where I got banned as well, they feel insecure. They offered me to, like, be unbanned if I am very, very nice to them, but shut the fuck up. I'm never gonna be nice, especially to vampires. They come back. They come back. Ask for more. Oh man. So now I can just drop the I'm YouTube CEO card and they just scatter. Get the fuck out of here. I'm busy being YouTube CEO. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna become. But it's like you can't laugh at me because I'm not like old enough to finally pursue that sort of level, you know. Now that I felt old enough, I finally pursue creative level of ranting. Is that super? No, but it is a stand-up comedy level sort of situation where I have to pretty much non-stop throw jokes and throw insights at the same time. Throw interesting insights. That's what it all boils down to. Because jokes is like a way to smoothen up the conversation. It's like to show that I'm an interesting person in the first place. I'm worth watching, even for 3 hours if you're into this shit. But one thing I have to fucking warn you guys about: don't watch this video. Go out, watch other YouTube shit. This is a meal for people, mostly for creators themselves, to come down and like, oh, this is how I improve myself. Yeah. Now go out there and get all the attention you want. Because one thing I'm gonna tell you guys about, and it's a hard topic, is the clock. The clock of spotlight. Not everything is relevant at all times. I don't have a spotlight on my head. The spotlight is specifically defined as a thing that lights up across time and space. Okay? So depending on what kind of personality you are, you're gonna be spotlighted automatically. Okay? If you're a good person and you have a fitting personality, you're gonna be spotlighted. If you don't fit your personality, that's fine. You can still get close to people who are spotlighted, and you get just the same benefit technically. It's just maybe even more so, because not always spotlight is like the greatest thing of all time. Being watched by a bunch of people, sometimes you just want to be an editor for PewDiePie, okay? And it's game over for you. It's like the best you will ever get. Especially if PewDiePie holds you in high self-esteem. It's like your best friends forever or whatever. So, the clock is a ridiculous concept that I constructed. And this is where you realize I'm that sort of guy. Like a great fucking chef. Despite there being a dead rat in your fucking meal, the meal is still fucking fantastic, isn't it? Like, you gotta fucking nod to that joke right there. So, when it comes to food theory, I know my food theory, okay? Don't fucking bother me. Besides, let's just remember that MatPat's videos are kind of out of touch with reality, first of all. Just because you sprinkle in science, it doesn't mean that your videos are logical or interesting. Sometimes it's just cringe because it's just a bunch of numbers running around and turning into equations, like, and with some weird conclusions of like, if you run fast enough, you turn into a black hole. Wow, that happens every time. That's crazy. No, I really prefer science to stay in its own tiny place and challenge itself to not pretend that they know history or something. That they can just be like, we have 4,000 years of real human history, and then some human development history, and that definitely happened. You know, I fucking hate science, so this is one super amazing grudge that I hold against MatPat as well as entire American culture, and it's literally tied to American culture more than anything, is this inability to just relax science. I know the rest of the world is suffering from the same fucking thing as Americans, because Americans are bleeding their culture everywhere. But I'm the one waking up as fast as I fucking can, because this is the most fun thing to do, is just laugh at science and how stupid it is. So the clock does not only tell you where the spotlight is, but it also tells you how fucking stupid everything is for following a simple calendar version of their history. The history is not as simple as that, okay? I want to give you guys a quick rundown of how history looks like. I don't really want to, because I actually did that, and maybe I'll do it at some point, other time, whatever. But let's do it anyways. So what do these numbers mean? This is where knowing personalities is very important. 1 is water, 2 is earth, 3 is fire, 4 is wind. And they come in a very specific sequence. So, in very linear sequence too. So the clock rotates 4 times and it goes to the next, rotating that one. I'm starting with this period specifically because this is where World War I happens. And World War I happened because we wanted to communicate, of all things. And the only thing we wanted to communicate, because here's one thing, authority, what authority loves the most is being a mime. An authority does not want to connect or contact the other authority, because communication is just almost impossible. If I have authority over things, I want full control. And most of the time, what happens, they create these mime personalities, or like Night Stalker personalities, like vampires, where they literally operate in complete darkness. They don't want to communicate at all. They want to have a lot of friends and a lot of respect, but only to hold authority, and that's it. So we have government operating, and government starts operating at 1.4. Before that, we didn't have government because people still build cities and stuff. So, and I don't even want to touch that part of history because it seems a little bit too dark already. And you can tell there's a part of history where human development sort of existed, but it was also sort of not relevant enough to be a part of anything, be a part of the clock of like actual innovation, actually human development. It's almost like the consciousness didn't even exist. If you live like 40 years maximum, if maybe it's worth forgetting history then. If your average lifespan was 40 years at some point. But anyways, yeah, I hate science, like digging so deep and pretending that they know history when we can barely observe 200 years, 300 years. We can barely observe that much. But digging around any deeper than this, digging into books, and like, where else are you gonna fucking find things? Being a bookworm? But this is what we have. We have a huge deception of science going on, and this is a deeper level of grudge that I hold against science, is that it's very deceptive. Just like, you know what science does is observe things. And sometimes it observes nature like magic. So nature shows a magic trick and it's like, wow, a ball disappeared. And science is like, oh, a ball disappears when this and this happens. Like, no, a ball disappeared because nature wanted to show a middle finger at you. And so you get the fuck off. Or enjoy the magic trick. It's your choice. But science always says, like, no. When this happens, the ball disappears. And if it doesn't disappear, then I'm sorry. We're gonna have to retire. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. I wish ball disappeared and Earth was flat for a second. That would fucking help me out for a little while. Because every time I look into Earth, it's kind of flat. And it's making me wonder, how fast do you have to spin to become a ball? Like, none of this thing what I am saying is supposed to make sense, because it doesn't make sense. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate science, okay? That's the only part. Anyways. So let's move. And I never really had a chance to touch the scientific part where the government meets science, meets all the management structures out there. I'm still trying to break it down and understand them, because it's so deep and so destructive not to know, for me personally, of what's going on, of the deception that is possible. Because now that I'm breaking it down for you, that's a big deal, just to know what's possible. Okay, so the clock. Let's begin the clock. World War I. We don't know how to communicate with each other because government is so fucking annoying. Then there's something happening in between World War I and World War II. Potentially, we're like stalemating just to gather more technology, or we learned how to communicate even better. Who knows? I don't care about this period. We only care about World War III. No, II. We don't. This is where the II happens. This is why Hitler probably is capable of establishing his name, because it's a 3 now. So a figure shows up that's actually a popular person now, all of a sudden. Is riding this trend of getting too much attention. But technically Hitler did not do anything. It's just he allowed things to happen. But again, I don't want to touch anything controversial. It's all the craziest part, okay, right now is Hitler is a bomb that keeps on giving. Explosions keep on exploding. He's still dangerous. I'm still like, wait, how are you still killing people? Are you kidding me? Hitler, what have you done? How are you so powerful? And then you have the Cold War. The war when Americans discovered space, allegedly. Yeah. I hope space was useful for us the next few years. So most of the time clock takes like 15 years. You can sort of tell it. The World War I was at 50s. Now we're like reaching 80s with the Cold War. And then all the way down to World War I is, I guess it's 20-year each period for the clock. But then we reach this year where television starts popping. Okay, so the moment we deceived people with space, allegedly again, we're starting to push television even forward because, well, propaganda worked out. We have to keep pushing, right? And we have to create celebrities now. It's the age of celebrities because we have a number 3. And another thing happens. the culture starts spreading around the entire world, American culture mostly, right? And another thing, American culture was all about making that perfect family, nuclear family, right? And this nuclear family thing was an actual nuclear weapon. This is a World War III right here. The population explosion. Because now, after wars are ended, people have to deal with crazy amount of population in their countries. Unsustainable population. Who fucking made this culture happen? Well, there are two, again, factors, as I've said. The wars have ended, and American culture has started spreading that making a family is a very good idea. And, wow, this couldn't have been worse. Because parenting is at all-time most destructive or non-existent thing right now. The most expensive thing. And holy shit, even though I have a shitty mom, she's alive, and I might just be blessed with 1,000 kisses of angels because I have a free space for myself, so I'm not homeless, and I have a mom that still cares about existing. That's cool, okay? Just like my dad, but my family's split up, but at least I can fucking survive, which is a fucking miracle, guys. It's a miracle. Matt... I don't know, just... MatPat is now... Sit down, I'm showing guys the clock, okay? I'm showing that... my expensive watch that really fucking tells me what time is it. You know, it's time for Friday. That's right, boys. So... this is the time where television blows up. Yet again. But it blows up the culture phenomenon of population explosion at the same time. Obviously things will slow down and people start communicating more. The internet shows up. But most importantly, gaming shows up, okay? Gaming blows up. That's what I care about. Like phones start showing up, so you can have games on your phones. Crazy. Anything else cool happened? Because this is the time before YouTube. But this is the time where you keep it for yourself. You know, just you keep it smart. You get this cool technology coming in. I mean, I enjoyed this time of year. Damn. I get my first computer. I get to fucking enjoy games. What else do I care about? I don't care about the internet. Fuck that. But some people play Counter-Strike. Yeah, cool. Some people discover RuneScape. Wow, okay. This is the nerd age, okay? This is the perfect time. I could have been super famous and super spotlighted because you have a 2 over here, okay? Just like I could have been the next Hitler or something. That would be nice. No, maybe I exploded another nuke over there. Please don't hurt me. Please. I'm just a cook with a very expensive watch, an ancient watch, that tells me that Hitler was coming. Please. You must understand, it's a part of history that's the only part of history that I can understand, I can read. I don't read other languages. Europe sucks anyways with their amount of languages. And America literally just showed up and spread its culture, and that's it. Now, this is also the time when movies are being made, and new celebrities are constantly being born, and a pop star started popping up, right? But YouTube creates another layer on top of that and allows you to become projected on the internet, splattered and famous and all that crap, which is impressive. Impressive that MatPat is holding a spotlight on himself and is not burning up. I'm impressed by anyone who's capable of doing it, because it's not his time to do it. And technically, he's not doing it to himself, he's doing it to his hardworking people. Okay, him making up theories, that's just lame MatPat move, okay? His editors are doing the actual work, and I think some editors should be this fire personality, the number 3 personality, that fits the bill, basically. Also, it's worth noting that side questing and digressing went horribly wrong, because MatPat didn't rant for 3 hours because of his missing friend who committed suicide. And I have to bring it up because it's a huge part of history that's not being discussed often enough. All these dead people that kill themselves. I want to know what happened. I want to know everything. And just because it's controversial, that doesn't mean you can be silent about it, okay? So I feel grudge on MatPat on that level as well. I think he's willing to be too silent about certain things. And certain changes or whatever. So, we reach this clock, you get to project yourself on YouTube, you get to grow. And mostly narcissists are gonna take advantage of this, so someone like Jake and Logan Paul, who jumped in on the hype train on the very, very last route until YouTube crashed on 2019 and kind of committed suicide. You know, oh, YouTube shutting down, oh, whoops. Whoops. Well, it didn't die, but here we are. Here we are. 2020 actually marks the next age of the clock, which is like, wait, what? It's time again? But it's like 15 years. I thought it was like 20 years. What am I gonna do? Is this early? Or is this just coronavirus phase where you can still do parties and shit, and it's controversial as hell, because we're approaching that end of the line, boys. The 25, year 25 or something. I'm not sure what's gonna happen at year 25. If that's the case, if we haven't finished transitioning, and narcissists still ruin the internet, because they don't rule the internet, they kind of ruin it. It's, at least for me. Yeah, you come here to this place, you're gonna have to listen that narcissists ruin the... Yeah, it's just a regular thing. Technically, it's still nice to watch them do crazy things. You know, it's sometimes awesome, sometimes very influential, sometimes boring and stupid. So you have to, balance your sanity when you're doing this dive through into a narcissist lifestyle. Especially when they get in trouble for doing it. You definitely don't want to follow their footsteps and just become a YouTuber just because. That's kind of crazy. I want to be a casual YouTuber, help others out, and just stay quiet and silent. And I think MatPat kind of can understand this position. And he's smart enough to do crazy things and maintain a crazy popularity. You can't disrespect a guy like this. But he's definitely not holding a spotlight of any kind. I'm not gonna lie. He holds a very lots of love for me, okay? Because I can relate. But I can't always enjoy the content he's making. And as Minecraft is crashing, apparently, MatPat is banned from influencing me, so we can give up already. See, the problem here is, and why this matters, as a factoid, you have to be a leader of some kind of type of content. And there never have been anything that compares itself to game theory as a similar format. It's not a big type of format at all. You technically can say it's a commentary video on stuff, but even that falls flat. Like, what is MatPat actually catering to? You can also talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, and that this is what launched his career, but that would just be dumb. He was consumed by this weird franchise, but what is it even? What have you done, MatPat? Why? Is it really that bad? It's almost like an addiction. Five Nights at Freddy's. I would never read a fucking book in my life, and this guy just chews up everything. He's not even a fucking vampire to do it. You have to be qualified as a vampire to eat books like that. Please. Believe me, I don't understand the hard work that MatPat does sometimes. Because if you really think about it, I don't think people appreciate his hard work, just like nobody appreciates my hard work. Because people want to see specific type of hard work right now. This is why the spotlight is the way it is. And the nerds can go away already. You can go away now. If you have been a programmer in those good old cartridge days, or like Flash game days, sure. If you can program a game like that without much help, you're gonna make a fortune. But right now, yeah, you can make a mobile app, but is it easy to get attention? You can be an indie developer, but is it easy at all? Isn't there tons and tons of competition? And most importantly, you are competing not just against other game developers, you are competing against the entirety of the internet, of everyone spending time elsewhere and not playing games, or already found the games that they like to play and they don't want to buy anything anymore. So there's so much competition. Don't be a game developer right now. You're fucking failure otherwise. Unless you're very good at it, fine. I'm very passionate about it, fine. But I don't look at myself as a game developer because now it's just embarrassing. So, what is next for us? What's gonna happen in the number 4 on the clock? I kinda don't care. Why did I introduce the clock? To just show the power of the clock? Okay, I don't know. Show that MatPat shouldn't be popular? No? Doesn't work? The clock is supposed to introduce the understanding of what reality we live in the first place, and what the reality is defined as. What is popular right now? What we should care about. But it still doesn't explain why I introduced it. Fuck. Okay, 1 hour. I need a break. What the hell? Alright, here's the deal, right? So with this huge population explosion comes a new trend to kind of not care too much about other people. Be a little bit more cynical. It's like you have to do a lot of hard work to get on YouTube and be a big person. And it was a rule forever. How did MatPat broke this rule? He worked very hard. He sucked up to this very deadly system, I would say. But it doesn't mean like you can't have a specific personality and you're not gonna get a spotlight in there. After all, Americans get spotlight all the time. They can do whatever the fuck they want, apparently. So technically, whatever the clock is trying to do and trying to say, let's hope it works. Let's just leave it for now. But it's my specific goal to understand it, to understand why I was neglected for so long. And now that I'm approaching this management position, I can't allow myself to be neglected anymore. Okay, I can't allow myself to do this because there's a lot of other creative people who are working very hard, and I can't compete myself against that. But management position is effectively working too little, talking to creators too little, right? You can tell the Satan of YouTube, or is it Susan? I don't remember. But effectively, we're complaining we hate her because she's not very active at all. If she was as active as I am, it's a whole nother fucking deal. And honestly, she doesn't have to be active for the viewers. She has to be active for creators. That's it. So she has a much simpler audience, technically. No, you don't have to worry that much. Well, technically, it's a much more diverse and difficult audience to manage, because they will hate on you anyways. They will hate on me anyways as well. And so if I did something wrong with that dead rat in your meal, yeah, it's... what do you expect? There is no menu here. You get whatever you get. You get whatever you click on. And most of the time it's going to be a random title and no thumbnail. So you don't even know how it looks like when you click on a meal. I'm sorry. But you get a random meal here. And I like it because I eat my meals, you know. It's not restaurant quality, absolutely. Because I'm not here to be a creator. Not establish myself as a creator. And most importantly, look at my age, and then you understand why it's not professional. Okay? Jesus. Anyways, yeah, MatPat leaves the series and becomes MatPat, because I'll take that T right away and give him a huge pee-pee, as he deserves. But let's go back all the way. It's hard leaving the clock without, like, what was the reason why I showed you this expensive clock that I have? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna cry now. It's certainly interesting to see how social distancing is gonna affect YouTube, but it doesn't seem to necessarily do it as much of an impact. It's just people, like, very upset, and YouTube is committing suicide with its YouTube Rewind and more policies that they have to reinforce, blah blah blah. But eventually someone always steps in, and, like, PewDiePie, oh, I'll make YouTube Rewind myself now because it sucks so bad. That's cool, you know. Now he's responsible for it. He's managing something extra every year, and now we have extra expectations. It is weird, but I don't think the clock has finally jumped to the next level. So despite us having a crazy crisis and a crazy memorable year of 2020, I can't say that we have reached the next level now. What can we expect? See, the clock is by any means allowing to predict what's gonna happen based on just how linear everything is. I don't think you can go back, actually. I just never encountered that sort of situation. It does seem consistent 20 years too. So the next phase would be allowing other people to have authority, even at very low levels. So, kind of like being a TikTok star. is slapping your face to everyone, is acting like a mime technically, and getting a lot of attention. But does that mean you have authority all of a sudden, and you spend it and you get a spotlight automatically? And obviously this entire concept is so fucking complicated. I regret even trying to talk about it. But it's very interesting how it all ties in together. And most importantly, the most important part you have to understand, this is what YouTube is. You have to understand YouTube exists as a part of the internet, which also exists as a part of population explosion and the technological explosion of this number 4. Because this entire time we have been riding this governmental technological experiment thing of history. How did it happen? How do we establish so well to finally care about more technology than human connection, for example? You know, like that sort of stuff. We're still connected, but we have to be so mindful of how it all works. It tears me apart, honestly, because it's hard to just follow your emotions at this point. You're gonna be tricked. You're gonna be just a dummy of science and pretend that you know something when you don't. So it gets really crazy out there. Also, being a clean YouTuber by any means probably just makes you a bad leader. Just like PewDiePie is a bad leader because he doesn't have any teams, any members, nothing. He is kind of his own thing, very unique, reviewing Reddit posts because he's popular, you know. No one can do it because no one has that much popularity to just sit down and review things that fans submit. That's kind of crazy. Some people actually try and do this, and they kind of cater to PewDiePie's team. Congratulations. Some people exist. Like Rumi, and there's that one other Minecraft dude that's no longer doing Minecraft, but like PewDiePie does not have people who can just steal his format and run away. But that doesn't mean that anything good for him. It's actually pretty bad. So same goes for MatPat. I've said the format just does not work very well with other people, and nobody could have just copy and pasted it. And it's important because you want to be some kind of a staple of how do you make certain type of content. Some kind of genre that actually doesn't stand out too much is something people want to, you know, express themselves using that specific way. And making theories is not self-expression, is just, oh, look, that I watched this movie and this is what I think happened in the shadows, in the shadow realm. Like, already I'm not interested. Already I'm like, no. The only time I'm interested in MatPat videos is when he does actually sit on the fucking couch and rants. Then I can relate to this kind of person. But even then it's hard because he's successful. You know, like, that's crazy. He's successful and he can afford doing that. And catering to little children with the other type of content is... That's a next level. That's something I can't do. Because I am aiming for something way more than just a position of a clown. No, I mean a good creator. MatPat can be a good creator. That's cool. Can he be a good manager? And can he fight for a CEO chair against me? No. When you have so many subscribers, they are hungry, okay? You have opened restaurant upon restaurant, and you even open up a restaurant called Food Theory. It's game over, MatPat. It is game over. I'm sorry. Did I offended your did I offended your burgers? No. He is good at establishing a restaurant. He's not good at managing them, okay? You can make a nice little idea happen, sparkle here and there, but stop trying to be a crazy-ass manager, as if you invented a catalog of wonderful restaurants that gonna be opened by someone else if not you, you know, like... No. No. Because first thing leader needs is a goddamn team, and Minecraft is dead. I'm sorry about that. Maybe if you can revive Minecraft, what would happen? What is the best scenario for MatPat? If Minecraft survives, he accepts leadership of Minecraft. What can he do with it? Because you can definitely spin off some kind of a cool little map making session where he comes up with theories about Minecraft and then amplifies those theories into reality, and it's like a lot cooler to play Minecraft that way. But you have to like implement a few extra rules and interactions. You know, people have to add them into the game, or just make maps that kind of has those features, kind of. Those theories have to be turned into something fun and something interactive and related to Minecraft way more than it was before, okay? You can't just pick up something you like and be like, but that's just... No, okay, that was not... No, Minecraft is stuck on your hand right now. That was not just a theory. It's literally stuck on your hand. You can't get rid of it. Please. Please help him. Please help Mr. Minecraft survive another day. Okay? Just like... Whew, alright. I'm sad because Minecraft like leaves my interest or influence sphere. I will not interact with it anymore. I need to make a ray tracing version of that, and I can talk about it, but I already did. Yeah, I can't wait for my spawn, which is the name of the game, boys. Is that it? We talked about everything. We can say the stupid quote, by the way. It's not that with great power comes great responsibility. No, if you're a responsible person and you aim to grab more power, then you're gonna succeed. But if you're not responsible, you're not gonna succeed in grabbing power. It's just... I guess it comes in a package, that's what it means, but I would say that responsibility is more likely to give you more power than the other way around. The power is going to give you responsibility, that you have to hold responsibility for all this power that you have. No. Most of the time, the real responsibility is to recognize how much responsibility you actually have, and how much power you have to give away to people. So if you're successful, maybe some of that responsibility you just relax, okay? Relax a little bit and see how much power you bleed out. Jesus. Don't be that fucking upset about YouTube, when sometimes you just have to remember that a creator also has to be happy, just as a talented person has to be happy, and that's the greatest talent of all time. To just goddamn be happy and spread happiness. Oh my god. So I guess food theory is that one last resort of how to spread happiness, because sitting on a couch couldn't do it. I was happy when he was sitting on a couch. Damn. What happened? Literally after my birthday, 2 days. And he sat on the couch saying he's making better YouTube. Now that's cool. I like that. Now I'm gonna rant about it. And people wanna listen, apparently. What? But I'm not as insecure as MatPat or any other YouTuber, because I know what I'm trying to achieve is already crazy. So why be secure or insecure about anything? You know, it's fucking dumb. I hate MatPat thinking that he's too old or something. But why are you catering to fucking little children? It's like the most crossed out, illogical thing. It's like, I'm insecure about my age. No, you're dad pad if you want. And I found another pad thing in the box. Yeah, dad pat. Get it? Because he's not old at all. He's just suitable for management. He's gonna take it though. It's a big step forward for him. It's almost like that's what is happening. See, the thing is, in the end, I always hate when people say that. But in the end, what matters is not you looking up and like, oh, look, all these big corporations flying around across space, and I have to collaborate with all these people who throw t-shirts at other people, and every time you hit the right person who has enough money to spend their self-esteem, their hard-earned cash on fucking merch. Why? Why spend it on merch at all? How YouTubers fucking get away with this shit, I don't understand. And MatPat complaining that, oh, other people's merch is not as good as ours. Like, merch is bad in general, okay? It is bad. It's a bad idea to monetize yourself too much, okay? Too much? No. Yeah, you want to have a sticker somewhere. I'm a game theorist, whatever. Like it or hate it. Someone can approach me and we can make friends with each other. Cool. But to make it a YouTube run thing, I will always be against it. That it has to keep going forward and improve itself. No, it has to downgrade itself and turn into a fucking sticker, as you can, or just figurine that you have. Every time you make a video, oh, what's that figurine? That's a PewDiePie. It's a little tiny, tiny rock Dwayne Johnson. Okay, I like this one. I will make a Ariana Grande figurine for myself. You know, that'll be sweet. But and that will show my interests. You know, easy. Except I don't show my face, so it's fucking useless. But I probably will show my face eventually. I will become suitable for camera, okay? I will. Just you wait. Right now I especially can't do it because my laptop is just so fragile. I can't run a single game, or it's no time. It's no charger time. And no charger time means whoops. So is that it? This is where I am right now. We finished it all. So yeah, just a reminder, MatPat shouldn't be trying to brag about his success, trying to like run those filthy and annoying presentations of this is how I became successful, so you should apply these business practices yourself. It's kind of annoying. Like, just make a goddamn YouTube video. Did you forgot how to make YouTube videos all of a sudden? You became successful and a part of you just kind of transcended the need to educate people and to create, instead of a food theory, an actual food theory, food for YouTubers, you know, to consume and educate themselves and fucking communicate with each other, because these are spicy topics. The comments are maybe gonna make a few friends over the internet. Wow, over the comments. And most importantly, what MatPat needs to do is make the goddamn Discord. If you're really a community manager dude and you want to go to the next level, that's what you gotta do. And holy shit, I'm gonna poop in there, and it's gonna stink, and someone's gonna have to ban me. I'm sorry, with great power comes great poop in your Discord. That's what happens. No, I mean seriously. So that's halfway there. Now gonna drill into the deepest and darkest secrets of MatPat. And hopefully the goddamn clock is gonna start working and saying something useful. Because all it said, yeah, this is how YouTube works. People are narcissistic and people are supposed to be visually appealing to the audience. That's the only way you win, if you have good editors or a very good personality. So you can vlog your personality. If you don't have that personality, you have to let editors do the trick. But you do have to find that goddamn trick. This is why my videos are not going to be watched, and I'm okay with that. I'm not supposed to be a YouTube spotlighted person whatsoever, even if I am aiming for YouTube CEO rank. It's almost like a meme. I know I won't get too close to that rank, but at the same time I'm like kind of wondering, what kind of effort am I doing? This looks good. This looks juicy. This looks something like people can consume and educate themselves. Maybe this is what MatPat needed all along, okay? This fucking channel to exist, so he can fucking relax, okay? Relax! You've missed your chance. You missed your meta theory chance, and you can't update your people on anything, because everything you try to do, I can break down and nope. Say nope. And honestly, I'm much more better suited as a YouTube CEO than anyone else. I know. Even though I don't actually exist in America, I just understand things logically. And somehow it works for me. Somehow my self-esteem did not fall apart, but it's probably just because no big YouTuber said hi, and the moment they say hi, I'm like, oh, what's that poop in my pants? That never happened before. Yeah. So let's see what else can I find. This is kind of a vague startup point. My vague understanding of what's going on, and mostly a box of MatPat, if you ever need it. It's like, if I ever do open up a restaurant, this is on the menu, right there. If I'm desperate, this is what we're gonna get. Manager of a restaurant, yeah, right. So, the first thing first, I have to rewatch it again. It's like Scott Pilgrim universe. You have to watch the stupid movie 5 times to figure out every point you want to make. And one thing MatPat applies in his video after he does the DatPat move, the couch move, and the 10 years of YouTube move, all of which are insecurities that he's trying to battle and make fun of, which is fucking insane. Another insecurity which he mentioned fucking stabs me in the back and says that I'm not just screaming into the void of the internet for how terrible YouTube is. I'm trying to make a change, and in ideal world, creators wouldn't need help. This is where things get very interesting, because I probably have been referencing around this point. It is an ideal world, actually, we live in. It's just YouTube is satanic in nature. It's a very fresh platform for everyone. And it's not like a casual little job here and there where you can get money. No, this is a spotlight overhauled for a certain type of people. And if you're not one of those type of people, unless you have no other chance in life, which I don't, this is why I'm here, by the way. Hello. I literally have no chance to express myself or to do anything in life. Or I didn't found better influence in life than YouTube. That's all I have. That, for me personally, I feel is justified. My existence on YouTube and ranting 3 hours every time, justified, and I fucking hate these gaps right now, so bear with me. But it is ideal world. This is ideal world. You fight very hard for your survival on YouTube, because it's a fucking battleground, and you have to be a fucking warrior too to get here. Be willing to become this narcissistic person, or be narcissistic enough to hire other people. That's it. That's what you gotta do. Gotta build a business. And business has nothing to do with management, being a creator, or being talented. Business is an add-on on your personality. Business is like a wrapper to hide yourself of who you truly are. So that's what MatPat is learning how to do. And technically, that, him trying to make an ideal world, we can just scream and point, communism! That's communism right there. You want to put on a business wrapper on everyone and tell that everyone can be a creator if they wanted to? I'm sorry. YouTube does not have enough space here. MatPat? Should we ban Pat? Oh, we already banned him because he's a part of Minecraft universe now. It's just so easy. The story writes itself. Untheorize me. Let's see if you can escape. Because the more MatPat would theorize on me, the more he would realize I'm just as big of a creeper as he is. I would theorize him into his own theories, and it will never end. Our power creeping will never end. But I will come victorious, obviously. Because first of all, I'm younger. So you don't know what you're messing with, you know, like, whoops, 7 years younger or whatever. That's a big slip, no moment can happen. Especially when I am prone to be less successful. Just prone. Based on the things that I'm willing to do. And based on the fact that most people are willing to just ignore and go past me as if I don't exist. So, cool. Again, if you don't put enough effort, if you don't put that business practice, you're not gonna make it. And that just makes me feel fucking horrible, as if creators have a specific standard, but they do. And guess what? It's just justified by the timeline of the clock. So I brought it up, and I finally can put a little crown up in here, say that I did it. You made it. You finally explained yourself. Okay. Because I'm gonna repeat this aspect a few more times, obviously. In order to fit YouTube, you have to be narcissistic. You have to vlog yourself, or hire someone to help you vlog your thoughts or something. Some more boring things of you, but still put in a smart package. And it's pretty difficult, honestly. Why am I relevant, and why YouTube is the only place for me to stay? I kind of explain. I don't have any friends. I need self-expression. I only speak English. I'm stuck like this, okay? I'm stuck being like this. That's why I can sit here for 3 hours in the first place. You must understand there's a whole world out there, and I'm opening up for you. But at the same time, I'm also like totally lost in what to do next. Because the only time I will know what to do next is when I have money in my fucking pocket and people like start noticing, what the fuck? How did you do that? It's just it's a little thing that I'm doing, you know. And still, it's incredibly tough, and I think YouTubers should unite in a different way, okay? In a way that discloses how much do they fucking earn. Because I don't know how to treat these people if I don't know how much they earn. Listening that, you know, some of them are millionaires potentially. What? Yeah. But in business conditions, that technically fades out a little bit. But then the real business condition is not hiding yourself and actually being that fire person that you're supposed to be. You know, like, there's so much going on. So much to deal with. Where do we start? Well, we already started somewhere. Let's keep going. Let's keep watching the video if it inspires me. I mean, if MatPat understands, because here's the crazy thing. 1.8. What MatPat has to understand, like a nice supplement for his work. I can give him a different perspective. So like the businessmen that he's talking about, that's sharking around, they're probably the ones that are very capable of sugarcoating creators and turning them into YouTube, you know, celebrities technically. So they're obviously, some of them are gonna offer shady solutions, and potentially MatPat found his solution of how to sugarcoat himself as a fire person, which is crazy because personally, I know you can't change your personality. You can just get close to people who get the spotlight. So what MatPat should do is just give the fuck up to someone who actually deserves it. You know, stop sugarcoating yourself. Stop pretending that you're a very interesting person. But he's still gonna be unique, and it can hold self-esteem like Technoblade can hold his Technoblade. They can do that. They just have to stop pretending that they're creators. For YouTube specifically. And it does look like MatPat could just be the same kind of level of cook that I am. You know, cook up logic and self-esteem for people who need it. For people who are fire people, who are narcissists, but they don't have enough self-esteem. What? What? You are a narcissist. You're willing to do anything, you know? You're willing to show and do anything. and you don't feel like you can, just break a few rules. There's always limits, and I need examples of what kind of form of encouragement narcissists really need. But technically what they really need is just to sit down and listen to smart people talk, and they will realize, oh, these are good ideas, this is what I have to execute. And that's it. If they sit down and listen, it's cool. It's almost like what happened to Anthony Padilla. He's now sitting down and listening to people, hoping there's going to be smart people coming on. But the smartness is kind of bleeding into the show itself, into his format. So that's an example of what these people need, these narcissists need. If they want to do something crazy, they have to first, if they want to go into maid cafe and dress up like a maid, that's a little bit too crazy. Yeah, in this case, right now, I think Anthony Padilla is still in the position where he needs to find words of encouragement and great ideas that he would want to work on somehow. Like really, really fitting great ideas. Because right now he's fucking stuck listening to random people, random groups of people, and highlighting that. And maybe that's all he can do right now. Who knows? But that's how it looks like. Another aspect is, okay, you're coming on YouTube, maybe you do need to sugarcoat yourself with some business practices. Maybe. Okay, maybe you need to get attention for whatever reason. But even like Selena Gomez case, where she got attention mostly because she dated Justin Bieber. Her personality is just not capable of getting attention. It's crazy, I know. She's like the most beautiful person on the internet. Wow. And for the longest of time, I didn't give a single tidbit of a fuck until I figured out how much I do care. You know, it's a nice revelation to have. But it's always that thing that spices it up in a nasty way. Justin Bieber, bad spice. Really bad spice. Get away from me. I don't put him nowhere near my YouTube-Map. He does not deserve to be there. Yummy, yummy. Okay, yeah. Please get away. No, too much of a narcissist he became after being Selena's boyfriend. Like, that's insane. Selena deserves something cooler now. I'm just saying. Some ice cream, yeah. Ice cream, good. Go that way. Just get away from me as well. She's fucking powerful too, I have no doubt. I don't like magic right now. I like the moment MatPat introduces Susan Wojcicki. She's like a fucking mime on steroids, man. Like, holy shit. Let's show up at 2018 mid-year and start releasing videos 3 minutes long, so I do my not mime thing and run away. Skeet! I will keep doing my Satan things. Thank you very much. I will enforce policies too. Like, easy, okay? I don't like your channel. Ban. Easy. That's how it works. Technically, I banned MatPat. That's a pretty big deal. He's no longer going to be able to influence me. But his channel is sometimes amazing, actually. Sometimes his videos are amazing and very watchable, and I have no trouble with that. I just have trouble with what to expect sometimes. Whoa. When FNAF rolled in, the reason why it was an addiction, it's an expectation. Okay, it's notable. Now, more than ever, it's notable. FNAF was addicting expectation. And it kept progressing as a story, so that's cool. But it's a dark, it's shady because like anything can happen technically, and at some point it just falls apart as like non-interactive thing. Yeah, it's just I never played a single game. I don't care. I really don't care in the end. And if you look back and take a step back, I kind of wasted my time watching these stupid videos. Yeah. I don't want to take a step back and realize that, oh, I wasted my time watching MatPat's videos. Like, that's a really bad revelation. That's why he needs more couches. Just so the couches consume his. Just sit down, MatPat. Tell us a bedtime story or whatever. When he was... that's literally the comment that I said when he released the latest video about Epic Games. And he seems to know a little bit more about Epic Games. Yeah, tell us that, Pat. Stop being a fucking loser that cries about insecurities all the time. Because at this point it's gonna get worse and worse. How is it gonna get better? I don't think it's gonna get worse in my case, okay? Please. Don't tell me it gets worse than this. Fuck me, dude. It's not like I'm chasing YouTube fame anyways. There's nothing I got to lose. The only thing that can get worse is like realizing that I will never get YouTube fame, even if I tried. Because I'll never make friends or something. Well, that's fucking dumb. Also, that's a weird theory, but yeah, I would love MatPat to run theories on my theories and see if he can crack them. But he will never do that. It's crazy. Okay, I wish the clock wouldn't work. Sometimes I would be like, huh, it's just made up bullshit. But it's a very simple and intricate construction, I would say. And it works way too well, because there are things in history that are rotating. And you have to adapt. You just gotta. It's mind-blowing. And at the same time, maybe you're better off sometimes not adapting and saying, screw you guys, you didn't give me a chance, so I'll go all the way this time. And I know, at any point, this is the craziest part of my life, at any point some girl shows up and it's like, oh, you can have all of this stuff that I have. And I'm like, yeah, okay. When are we getting married? Who's Ariana Grande, am I right? But it still would be tough, because now I hold something in my heart that has to be competed against. Congratulations. I wish MatPat had his competition locked and loaded. I wish I knew what kind of drama he's into. That's another fucking weird thing. Like Narcissist, easy drama. MatPat has to sit on a couch to find drama. You know, it's almost like trying to find pennies stuck in the couch. I'm sorry. Is that how you define drama? No, he's trying to be clean. Because it's dangerous out there. It's very scary out there, absolutely. So basically, because of the $1.7 million deal busted, MatPat is upset and he wants to make sure that the deals are better, but the reality is people have to be better educated, not the other way around. People have to learn how to make better deals. So you have to establish like better schooling system. Like a YouTube schooling system actually. So him not releasing YouTube theory and instead going straight for food theory, I sneeze on your food, and that's COVID right there. So it's game over, boys. It's game over. It's game over theory. But that's just COVID. That's just the theory. You know what my theory about COVID is? Because I like to be controversial. I like to spit it all over the face. It's just stress. Life is stressful, okay? And now people stress about other people. Because you see another person and that person is real. Real thing. It's not an internet fictional character that you watch all the time. It's a real person. So of course you want to keep your social distance on that person. That's it. It's game over. We're not going to connect with each other physically anymore. We have to learn languages now, not physical language anymore. And we have to push that, virginity meter from 17 years, where it's literally illegal to lose virginity at 7. How did Americans did that in the first place? I will never understand. But we're gonna push it to like 20, solid 20, dude. No more porn stars as talented people. We're not gonna pretend they're talented anymore. So we're gonna have plenty of those. Am I right? Breaking the rules and being edgy. Let's go. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a sneeze of COVID virus right there. I'm always excited when it comes to this topic, because I am so numb of people obeying science so damn much, as if it's gonna save them. When in reality, what actually happened, science backstabbed us. It's like, well, instead of doing that type of curve, we're gonna do that flatter curve, and we're gonna force masks. Yeah. And we're gonna do a few enforcements that's gonna stress out people even more, and they're gonna get even more sick. And nobody knows how to solve the problem, because authorities are gonna try and solve it their own way, but not present both lines of solution, both ways to solve the thing, right? And then proper statistics. If we're approaching a test of time as some kind of attack that we can identify, we can pretend that it's we know how to defend ourselves against this. And it's not just a test of time, like, just let people be tested, see what happens. If we're behaving that sort of way, cool, apocalypse. I'll just put on my sunglasses and crunch on some popcorn. I love apocalypse. You don't like to be tested. That's exactly how you're gonna be tested. I'm gonna wait until you realize you want to be tested. You wanna take that thing head on. And this is probably what keeps us from the next point in history. The point where you can take authority over yourself, because you're just kind of smart enough at this point. I wrote enough books. I fed enough people their self-esteem. Now they have to learn how to not have too much self-esteem, or whatever this number 4 means, because I only learned about number 3 here, okay? And I only wanted to teach you guys about number 3. Number 4 is still pretty high self-esteem, so that's cool. But they are cool. They're not over the top self-esteem. They're just higher than you. If you start bragging about something, they will brag back. They will always be just one step above you, regardless of what you do. Regardless of how you live your life and what you have achieved, they will always try and one-up you just because they want to have authority, okay? That's how they work. So that's kind of sweet. In a bitter way, in a bittersweet fashion. This is not over the top, but it's, again, a personality type. They're all equal. There's nothing special about this. Just the fact that it's special in a special way, and it's interesting. So it just amazes me how the system just works. Binary just works. I can't wait to just keep bashing the same fucking... That's what gets me up on this threshold. 3 hours? I can do it, because I'm so good at handling these things that I found and established and know. And I'm like, whoa, amazed. This is amazing. Someone has to make videos about this and give me a little bit of credit, you know? I don't want subscribers. I think that's the problem of what happened to MatPat. He got too many subscribers, it got into his head, he became too insecure, and he needs to be banned, okay? You need to be banned. Just for your fucking sanity's sake. Weird, dude. Again, a regulatory principle. You reach 2 million subscribers, you should be banned. Start new channel, whatever. Start your fucking food theory. Just leave this one behind. Leave some kind of introductory video of what you can find. You can always modify the videos in there, but don't stop uploading, okay? Just come on. And so that's a lot of pressure. And again, Discord helps tremendously. Just set up a platform where you can actually organize your audience and see what they actually need, instead of just polling them. You start interacting with them, because polls are still... It's not what... They don't understand what you want. You just let them decide what they want, which is not really meeting in the middle. It's not cool. But yeah, MatPat having to have that flavor of personality that fits the narrative. And so he's kind of pushing that over the edge. He pretends to know a lot about business because he has that flavor and he can't fucking give up. But the reality is, if you push too deep, you're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna fail and tumble down way harder than normally. So it's actually quite a moment of clarity that we have to deliver to him as fans. I'm not really big of a fan. I'm happen to be very big, maybe not vocal enough. Who knows? Okay, I don't know what a fan definition is, so I can't actually even explain it. Wow, interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see what else I can find. I guess it's time to criticize his gauntlet and all its glorious gems. I already destroyed the merch part. I don't think YouTubers should embrace merchandise that much. I think there are other ways to get funding, technically. But it seems cool And if someone can take advantage of this, yeah, sure. It is very tough for me to keep up as a person who doesn't have anything and wants just a basic ability to use YouTube for self-expression or whatever. Just some basics. Just to basically have a famous friend and be able to upload my own videos that people can enjoy in special conditions. Special conditions. If they know how to break my video down, actually watch this, and not hate on me. What's the point? I'm a more professional hater anyways. So you're just making me stronger. Ugh. Keep your hate to yourself. Actually pretty helpful. Because I have to live with my hate forever. In case someone else shows up hating. So whatever. I guess I have my own insecurities of like my own ideas of what would happen if I was remotely famous, just like MatPat has his ideas now that he has fame of what he should be insecure about. But technically we're both just crappy people now. Crappy. Not in the right place, but maybe we can balance things out and at least be in the wrong place in the right way. You know, fit for the occasion. So that's cool, you know. You have to be dressed for the occasion before someone kicks you out of the party. You gotta fucking do it. It's just a fucking dress. You can do that much. You know, but in order to do it, we have to prepare ourselves specifically the way that we like it. Okay, the way that we can be recognized as special people who don't belong to the party necessarily, but we formally presented ourselves. Okay, formally, where nobody can just kick us out without creating a fuss of like, wait, but this guy was trying clearly as much as all of us did, you know, that sort of stuff. So the first thing first, after doing that, so I'll have to add this to the list as well. Formally entering the unfit party. One of us don't know what to be. I don't know. We both have this mismanagement of insecurities, and rightfully so. Okay? Let's put it this way. I can be his best friend. I love Minecraft. I love madness too. Alright. I love not making a family while he makes a family. I would rather backstab him than be his friend, but whatever. I can at least acknowledge our personalities. That will always be relevant to me. Anyways, and like my insecurity is a little bit more expensive than his. It's like, oh, I'm now famous. What do I do? Ha! That's what everyone does, don't they? Except you do it a little bit more. But when I have to be more insecure just to prepare myself for potentially being famous, now that's a confusing headbreaker. Like, it's not like I hold something and I adapt. I adapt in case a piano falls on my head. Wow, that's a whole fucking new level of adventure I have to go through. So, I don't think it's equal at all. I don't think so. 2, what is the copy strike condition here? Copy strike? The problem is, he's introducing some super BAM thing, and he never really explained what happens in actuality. He just explains like, yeah, the entire wealth of the video shouldn't be stolen by a portion of the video. Yeah. We know that idea for a long time now, and it didn't just naturally happen. So there must be something crazy wrong with YouTube at this point, and its ability to control content. Okay, but we can still move forward and look past that. Believe me, it gets crazy, but I love crazy for a good reason. Because there's always something more meaningful that you can find to focus on. And anytime people want to expand, you just spit out an insecurity and just let them chill. Just chill, dude. Just wait until they give us what we want. If they're not giving us what we want, we'll change. We'll change things for the better ourselves. Easy. We'll figure out their weaknesses and we'll break them. It's like there's so many reasons to just not do too many moves, too many sudden moves. Pretend that you know everything. So if your content gets claimed, just cut it apart, re-upload. Oh wait, it almost feels like the same processing of like LODs in rendering. Oh, if your game lags, then just re-upload a shittier version of your model. You know? See, there's something way more sinister in hand right here. Way more sinister. A dark, mysterious thing. Just copy striking itself has to be approached from a completely different angle. It's not like, oh, this process can be automated better. No. I think copy strike entirely is wrong. The way it's built. If someone re-uploads a video, you as a content owner, someone who uploaded first, you have a right for like 70% of the revenue, for example, if you can find your content in the first place. The copyright system shouldn't be automated at all. It's not something you can do at all. Because people are incentivized now to manufacture harder versions of the same thing. It's us as people, we have to do it. Yes, eventually automation can happen by any means. But what's the point? We as people are being influenced. We choose to be influenced by watching videos. So if we see the same thing somewhere else, we have to take notice. We have to get the tools as, the public. And technically, it's exactly what's probably going to spark the number 4 to appear on the clock. Is while the YouTube still operates, while the internet still operates, the users are getting more and more control over all this social media bullshit that's making people popular. The users might get so much control that it will turn it to its own little thing, its own little community grouping thing of how do we authorize or not authorize things to happen. Again, everything that will happen in history is going to be so brutally saturated. Let's put it this way. It's going to be blinding colors. You're never going to be like, oh, what is happening in history is so not problematic, and it's so good for everyone. We should all do this one little thing. No, it's almost like everything is forcing us to split and make our own decisions, make our own tough decisions too. It's just nothing ever settles down. And I'm surprised that people even have a chance to make a family. Like, it's disgusting to me. MatPat has a family? How did that happen? Well, he is a dadpat after all. Fat's dadpat. Monetization. The second stone. Wait, you don't cover Hearthstone. You're covering Minecraft. Let those snap your fingers and let the world disappear without lag. Let's see how that works. Fucking MatPat. Well, monetization. Here's a little thing for you. Not only creators don't disclose how much they earn, but they probably earn enough for a living in Europe. Come here. Oh wait, or in their mama's basement, because that's where they belong. They will inherit their wealth anyways, and if they're not the only child, how they can even afford making a YouTube channel in the first place? What? You literally have a sibling that can help you, hook you up with a job, and just forget about it, okay? What is this thing, dude? And if people talk about YouTube as like a super amazing career that's beyond just being a customer service in McDonald's, just like the base tier job, I will never understand this, okay? This is the most mind-boggling thing. Oh, monetization is difficult on YouTube. And I can't just put my super amazing sponsors that easily. I can't just find them that easily. Nobody wants to sponsor me. It is tough. I do think sponsorship is kind of fucking ugly, and people should pay a lot closer attention and give a lot more opportunities. Just like I should need more opportunities to find a fucking job. It should be everywhere. Crazy, right? But this is a very weird landscape that even I can't understand. Okay, monetization, even more mysterious. Like, essentially we're like entering something I have no comments about, which doesn't happen very often. Like, as much as I love to talk about how much I'm frustrated, how jobs are operated, and whether they exist or not, how what is the dynamic between jobs and paying rent, because if you get a good job, there's a good chance you have to pay rent to keep your job close and hug your job. Yeah, essentially everything you get is taken back just as easily. It's always a scam somewhere backstabbing you, because nothing is as good as it seems, and it will never be. As much as you try, as much as you love, we will always be on the edge of trying to survive. Why? Because we're lazy and fucking stupid. Okay? Even more mysterious? No, we're lazy and stupid. It's not fucking mystery around here. First of all, we're lazy. We allow four walls to consume us and cripple our ability to socialize, and then We can't adapt to next level technology flooding in and helping us in our day-to-day lives and improving our lives so much. We couldn't even believe, but we don't care. Around me, my environment is dead. Dead stupid. And in UK it was dead lazy. People didn't care. The fact that they have English, they only used it to scam people. Only use it to scam Americans to the point where they learn how to scam the rest of the Europe that floods in to get good jobs. The whole fucking Europe is garbage, okay? But outside, if I try to understand American culture, what do we get? American itself is a huge scam because, first of all, it's a huge bubble. It's a huge economic bubble. So, but again, everyone is going to try and backstab, which is going to be even worse. And most importantly, monetization is a tough business by any means. The way it should be monetized, again, mainly through YouTube subscription service, and that subscription service should be goddamn great. Which is why I come back to the same point. Once you give more power to the people, that's a wonderful reason to subscribe to YouTube. Not to remove ads. Sometimes ads are cool. The best thing is to have tools. Special tools to operate on YouTube to make sure that you have influence on the creators. Just because. By trying to influence your creators, you're actually interacting with them and influencing yourself at the same time. You're investing finally, okay? And the creators now will finally get a clear view of what their investors really are up to. You know, what kind of game we can all come together and tackle, okay? It's finally a playground opening for everyone, because everyone paid up to meet each other. And we can almost make it fair as well. So we understand how much of this ad throwing in people's faces and merch throwing is actually required to sustain yourself as a YouTuber. My main concern is that YouTube is too flexible when it comes to payment. So anyone can skyrocket their fucking bank accounts without nobody even realizing what the fuck's going on. They don't even have to have tons of subscribers to do it, which is a requirement technically. You know, like, people have to... You have to be a YouTube creator to know? That's not a requirement. You don't have to consistently upload and educate people or entertain. What's the criteria here? We don't know nothing. So the fair game of YouTube falls apart, especially if you're not at least ranked of which bracket you belong to, which level of YouTube wealth are you getting, and how many more challenges we have to put on top of you. Because the reason why small YouTubers can't succeed is because they're being challenged to the max, okay? You're not PewDiePie, and that's this constant fucking crazy bullshit, you know? You don't have 100 million subscribers, shut the fuck up, you know? Like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, that's a good way to incentivize suicide. Cool. This is the first thing, you know, the first things you have to do to fix YouTube is to fix the mental state in which people have to enter and operate with. And let's not forget, I am younger than MatPat, okay? So it's my business maybe now. It's my time to shine now. about that. Shut the fuck up, MatPat, now. You're old. That's my argument right there. What was that? God, I literally just said it and I forget it. Yeah, but I'm talking about fair game. I'm talking about ranking system. And then the suicide system of you're not PewDiePie. I just a reminder, okay? 2 and 4. You don't have 10 million subscribbles. I don't have to respect you. Wow. How many subscribbles do you have to be a respectable YouTube member? That's a big question. And how much pressure do you have to break through? Because now, people who are not challenged by the system, they're the lucky ones, technically. That's the only way you can make it up there. Because I looked up there, YouTube 1000, and it looks like garbage, okay? Looks like anyone can do well, as long as they break through people's insecurities. And just find something that people are mildly interested in, that they have day-to-day life experience, or you just happen to grow up in a very populated area, and you're again lucky because you're spread out like a virus. Who knows, man? I really want to know, because some of these channels just don't speak the language, and it makes me freak out. Do you really have to learn Spanish? Do I? I don't know, this sounds so familiar. I think I already bashed the point already at some point, some degree, but we have to reiterate. Data is not cool. It's just not as cool as you think. Analytical data and all that bullshit. Open a fucking Discord. How many times do I have to say the same fucking thing? You want to be cool? Open a Discord channel. You want to be cool? You want to be cool? Become a dadpat. Is it not cool enough? Please tell me, because I have mapped out entire YouTube all on Discord channel. Mostly just this stuff. It's cool. I'm doing YouTube mining. It's mostly fire and a bunch of points that I have to mark down, add them together, and you get the total level of influence someone has on me. And then I put it on the YouTube-Map again. Cool. I set up this format. You know, all the notes, everything I have, all the conversations, I can record everything that happens, every single move, everyone who likes me or dislikes me. Is important data. Data that otherwise doesn't fucking matter, okay? It doesn't just fucking matter. Is that a bad argument to say that it doesn't matter? Because what matters on YouTube is what inspires you to make the goddamn content and make it better each time. Okay? Where it all comes from. The source of your content will never be data of what actually happens when you throw that content out. You just see fireworks. Do you want to know exactly how big your fireworks show was? No, it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, someone wants to know, like, oh, that was 50 points. Can I throw further? Some people are motivated by that. But you shouldn't. You shouldn't be so motivated. Eventually, you're gonna see pop-up points and all that crap. Just keep working harder, you fucking loser. Because essentially, everyone wants to know data. Not just you specifically. Everyone wants to know how many views a certain video got. But the data that we actually need and want to see is very basic. There's certain things that MatPat highlighted quite well, is like there's certain categories of people, and but I also highlighted the same thing. YouTube-Map needs certain categories, and MatPat, do you know which category do you belong to? Because this is fucking embarrassing. Minecraft's called, and they want their leader back. Backpat. Oh no, we found another in the box. Somewhere all the way back in the box, man. Oh, that's such a sad backpat. Oh no, it hurts so much. I can't even believe. It's too cute. It's hurtfully cute. Data is not cool. Interacting with fans is. Okay. Congratulations. Like you should have fun collecting data for yourself. Okay. Or if you can order your fans to do it for you. Snatch some data points. Yeah, absolutely. Because we can automate something, it should be done, right? Let's lash those programmers. Give me more data points. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll deliver. No big deal. It's not like anything's gonna crash if I just type a fucking hello world comment in there. You know, YouTube can just crash any moment. Believe me. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but a line of code will destroy the internet. So let's just not put too much pressure on the data collection, as if we have to constantly improve it and learn how to read it in the first place, because we can get addicted to that as well. And again, it's not too public. We should care about the public data, something we obsess about collectively as a community. How many likes can we squeeze? Dislikes can we squeeze? That's a narcissistic thing to say, isn't it? Press that like button, let's get 100,000 likes on this video. God damn it. Let's get 1 like on this video. That would be fucking fantastic. Because I'm not a narcissist, so a like on this, that's fucking crazy, dude. Even though I don't care that much, because I'm not a narcissist in the first place. But yeah, you can understand the idea. There should be more buttons that you could press to tag what kind of category of a video this is, so I better understand how much MatPat is related to Minecraft. You know, how are making theories related to Minecraft? Well, it's like a video format of a Minecraft map. You introduce how you're gonna make the map. You build out the story, and well, you get a piece of pie in the end, whether you like it or not. Here you go. You need a reward for completing the map, obviously. Here you go. So, as much as data is not cool, interacting with your fans is, and public data, very cool. Press like if you enjoy this. I don't have a like button, by the way, so I just add a poop button. So press that. Come here and press it. It's waiting for you. Oh wait, it's not public enough, because you cannot access the story. 2020. Nobody wants to access that. Let's forget about it. Am I right? Nah. You know, 2020 is when my 21st 25th birthday came up, and I happened to become a creator all of a sudden. Spit out 3-hour videos and rise my self-esteem even further. I'm not gonna give it up for some losers. Losers, man. Huh. It's probably the most difficult one, because I have nothing to say at the moment. YouTube Avengers. Or is MatPat really that big anyways? What is the size of United YouTube? So fucking lame. It's so lame. Because it's not for you, it's just for YouTubers. Okay. It's almost like MatPat and everyone else want to take advantage and try to grab maximum notoriety. Instead of just, fuck it, you're a YouTuber, you build it yourself. You demand it yourself, what you want. You make your own ideas. Why are you so fucking depressed over great opportunities and trying to change them down? As if they just gonna let themselves loose and give up. Just like the government, these things can get old if they don't just allow themselves to care about YouTube in the first place. So you can tease big corporations. See, the problem MatPat is introducing here is that small YouTubers, they're too spread out. Nobody's mapping them. There's no MatPat. So we're uniting and trying to pack a punch and grab those super juicy big ass deals to make sure that YouTube is being paid attention to. Cool. I have no problem with that. Except, you know, you are not MatPats. You're just not. You can't just map out what YouTube is about without trying every kind of format and see how it fits you, Mr. MatPat. Try and destroy your fan base with all kinds of random videos. See how long it will last. It's almost like the craziest challenge ever. Okay. YouTube channel survival mode. You want to go into survival mode? Oh, by the way, that's Minecraft reference. But you invented MatPats, and you're gonna get yourself a Minecraft pat of approval. Why not, dude? It's also in the bag. Some MinePat. But it doesn't even rhyme. I don't give a fuck, man. MainPat. So close, man. So close. MinePat. I mean, there's definitely supposed to be a crap pat, so it's better to have a mine one. I want all these to be figurines, and just let's make cheap kiosk level of money. Why are people so obsessed? But it just shows. It just shows the level of. I want better deals, even better now. I want the Infinity Gauntlet amount of good deals. Come on, these are fucking dying companies right now. And future of the internet is moving even forward than just YouTube. So, good luck. I'm not saying YouTube is gonna disappear. I'm saying we have to brace ourselves in case history repeats itself and YouTube gets outshadowed by something even bigger and crazier, which always can happen anytime, believe me, especially if it sucks me into a whirlwind and figures out how to squeeze every piece of me. Okay? Wow, that would be fucking weird. What would happen then? First of all, most of all, okay, when you look at the clock, it's a little bit disorienting. But what happens when you look here, in the hierarchy? What if you occupy a high level of hierarchy? You can open up a completely unique structure of reality. And maybe YouTube never really meant to exist. It could have been something different, but we got something either better or worse. Who knows? But that's just a little bit also disorienting, because that's now random. Fuck, I don't want to feel random. It could have been anything. Any kind of narcissistic internet projective platform. Damn. Okay. For the end part, how about we talk about the flight simulation? Him being scared of flights, because we talked about fear already and what it can do to you. How about we embrace this fear of flights, and find more about MatPat. Why does he open up about this? It's kind of fucking weird. Because one irrational fear turns into many irrational fears very quickly once we figure out exactly. Drill into the psychology of where one fear comes. Well, it's not an irrational fear, because I have fear of risks myself. I don't want to take risks ever. That's it. I said it. This is how I started my video. Fucking weird, dude. Fear of flies is not irrational. Holy shit, is it not irrational at all. You should not just fear flights. You should fear every transportation that you have no control over, or not enough control over, for that matter. You know, just driving across the street, as harmless as it sounds, it is not harmless. It's just quite a challenge, I would say. Even just interacting with people is a challenge, and it's a considerable, fearful engagement. Something you have to learn. Certainly you have to suck it up and get along with just being helpless from time to time. In case there's one, I think I already made a video about this. Like, it just seems so fucking deja vu at this point. Certainly, because I have seen the video and I know what this means. If you're taking the risk, there better be a fucking good payoff for the risk. Even if it's just a tiny risk that you can get lost alongside with every other passenger, you're paying that tiny bit of a risk, and it's a huge payoff. Payoff doesn't even sound nice. or bad enough for the situation, but whatever. Your life gets destroyed, literally, like as destroyed as it gets if you fail the flight. But at the same time, what kind of events could really fuel this irrational fear of flights anyways? It's almost like traffic itself is way more dangerous than air traffic, obviously. So that's a little bit annoying, because it leaves me without any good commentary to back it up as a reasonable risk. There's one more actuality, and I have to fucking clean this shit up. Because he sits down and asks a bunch of questions, actual YouTube CEO. So I should be able to answer those questions. Why do gamers feel like second-class citizens? Because they piggyback on creators who fucking made those games. Did I answer your fucking question? Did I slap you in the face? Or did Scott Cawthon wants to slap you in the face with an animatronic hand, so it fucking hurts when it slaps? Okay, just chill, MatPat. You are second-class citizen, abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, abso-fucking-lutely. Especially when gaming is so popular, anyways. Okay, so we setting back the most popular, out of control popular people who don't have enough drama behind them. Okay, it's not interesting. It's not mature enough content too. Like, come on, it's so fucking simple. If you can't answer this question yourself, it's embarrassing. Okay. But this is the type of questions I'll answer for the last segment. The YouTube CEO questions, basically. Oh, thank you. Thank you, MatPat, for asking this question. You have concerns? I'd like to hear them right now. Let me talk about the other Mortal Kombat. 2, 9. Let's summon Satan. You know, you sit with Susan Wojcicki for too long, and god damn it, it's a fucking vampire Satan form. Ah! God fucking damn it. Level 3. Oh my god. Now, the subject brought up pretty fucking good. Why people fucking play violent video games like Doom and Mortal Kombat? Are they fucking stupid? Obviously that's not how it was phrased. But where do we fall? You know, like MatPat is gonna do MatPat things. Where do I fall when I play Doom? Is it really bad? Am I a bad boy? That's how he asked the question, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, dude. You're sitting on a hot fucking chair next to Minecraft cactus over there. So it already proves your position. But, Susan is like fucking on another level. Disgusting person. I don't want to be banned from YouTube saying that. I'm saying that you'll get creepy vibes just watching the video. Oh my god. You don't want to sit next to a fucking 50-year-old trying to fucking rule over something and look smart and shit. When they can't just answer a fucking simple question. Of course, violence in games is a little bit sketchy, and some advertisers gonna fall out of this loop. Okay, it's a spectrum of advertisers of how edgy they think they can afford to be. But at the same time, advertising is kind of lame on YouTube anyways. Why are we so in such a big panic mode? And of course, you're gonna play your stupid violent video games. You're more violent than a normal fucking human being who doesn't need to fight demons every other time. And creepy video games. Like, I don't like what Markiplier is playing. No. I don't know how this guy can do it. I don't know what kind of fucking mental capacity you have to have. Maybe you have to, you know, be friends with Susan all the time or something. Or with the Satan himself. I don't know. But holy shit. One thing you have to understand about real life, it's sometimes you get so creeped out, you have to run. You have to escape the situation. You can play around a little bit, be interested in what is, how far can it get? This is fucking insane. Because reality, you know, reality is not gonna break apart, but your heart can break. Okay, you have been slowly diving in a position of insanity. You found a loophole where you're sitting here, you're watching to this conversation. So I'm just saying my experience right now, but it can be relatable. You're sitting, you're experiencing something, and it's increasingly more and more painful and difficult to comprehend that it matters at all. But then it's like, whoa, are these vampires, they're gonna attack other people and shut them down just for the sake of pleasuring themselves? In the end, that's kind of what happens. It's an emotional and exhaustive battle of emotions. In the end, authority is kind of winning this higher hierarchy. But the emotions are emotions. In the highest tier, the way up there, which is mapping. Mapping, you have to pick up the skill if you want to fucking survive in reality. We're not talking about YouTube anymore. We're talking about you want to survive. You don't want to go insane? Okay, you follow mapping. If you get in trouble, you need mapping. You need some real support system. Man, that you go back to the safe house. Go back to the safe house. Retreat. Okay. It is very dangerous. Every single interaction with a person, with the wrong person, whether they attack you or not, doesn't fucking matter. Toying with emotions right now is the war zone you have to learn how to play. And YouTube just being a tiny little playground, it can fade out of existence anytime, man. Yeah, it's a fucking heaven for some people, but I'm starting to realize it's not like I got anything out of it. I just got YouTube videos, and now I can make some of them too. And guess what? Maybe I'll start making some fucking enemies instead of friends. Just because somehow I'm just not relatable. I'm a different human being, and I started a war by trying to be honest. Whoopsies. Oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah, we have to keep in mind that the greater gravity of things, and while we're bitching about some really small things, maybe we should, keep an eye out in case there are no demons being summoned all over the place, just because we broke someone's emotional capacity. Basically, they either felt too overpowered with their self-esteem, basically, right? Their self-esteem went so up they want to fucking predate on you. They want to go to the monster mode, or they want to go into the victim mode. Either way, you yourself, most of the time, you're gonna be the victim, because or a monster. I shouldn't discriminate, honestly. But there are these two modes that turn you either way, and this dynamic has to be known. Very dangerous thing, basically. On the internet, it's even more rampant. Ramped up to the max. Just why? It's crazy how watching a video can actually influence you. How watching a scary movie, you're automatically subjecting yourself to a scary movie. Are you fucking serious? Well, that could just be you. But the moment I feed my personality into you, you have to be aware all of a sudden. You have to be extra sensitive. This is what makes life kind of exciting. Because the moment you take consideration other personalities, you have to be more careful. Even more careful than I was before. What am I gonna do? I can't even move a fucking finger now. Yes, that's exactly what makes me invalid to have a job. Anything but YouTube. YouTube is literally my fucking leftover survival career I can attach to and be happy with in the end. Obviously, it's nothing right now. It's just a way for me to vent and realize I have a purpose. To be a creator, a good one in that, and to improve, keep on improving, because life is not over yet. My goal is not achieved yet. And there's a lot of things to do. Who knows? Number 30. The trend game. How does one play the trend game on YouTube? The how to play guide, okay. Wow, okay. So it's a simple dynamic. A trend shows up, and as long as you know how to play along, know how to jump over a hoop, basically. Yeah, it's just a string spinning around you, and you has to hop over it. Wow. I don't even know how it's called, though. But it doesn't matter. It's a child's play. Okay? You have to play along with the trends. Trends empower your content. It's kind of very simple. Whether you play blatantly or not blatantly, it's up to you how to make a fucking channel. You don't have to be super ultimately childish and completely washed away with the trend that shows up. And if you get washed away, you only gonna cater to kids. Okay? Your insecurities, your little fucking... Just because MatPat pointed out a trend game, you know he's playing it. You know he cares a bit too much. Instead of following his own fucking heart. Okay? Building himself as a fucking person. Well, cool. Okay? He built himself up for success. Maybe he has already achieved what he wanted to. And maybe he's now failing to achieve additional success for everyone else because nobody fucking cares. And rightfully so. But, the trend game. Everyone knows how to play it. If they have a heart and they know how to fucking manage a heart, for example. Should you care about a trend? Absolutely, because trend fulfills your emptiness. You know? It's a new thing. It's a new cool thing. Wow. You will know. It's like fucking Jesus Christ. Why are you coming on YouTube for? If you have a question like this. I would sit there as YouTube CEO. Oh, MatPat. You're banned from YouTube. Congratulations. And so you can defeat Susan Wojcicki. Just a bonus fucking tip. Whenever she says a word community or com, or what's the other word, dude? There are more words than that. Here you go. This a little bit of a smirk from my fucking... This is why I will never get any YouTube money whatsoever. Forget about that. Community combination com. Yeah, anytime Susan says it, it's gum. Okay? It's rice gum, boys. Ugh. That's how I feel about it, you know? Because her personality is all about making you feel lustful in her little YouTube community. She doesn't give a fuck about gamers. She wants people to come and let themselves in. Yeah, make yourself at home. It's not the vampire that's gonna come to your door. That's just old school vampires. Obviously, the greatest vampires know how to make you come. Okay. So fucking weird. Just disgusting, dude. And then you turn yourself into a vampire. It's like, now I came. I feel weak. You should be a vampire. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Such a fucking stupid. Yeah, next time under conversation, this will spin your head right and round. Right round, boys. If someone uses it, like, you have to make vampires stop using these specific trigger words. Because if someone is potentially a predator, you gotta shut them up and turn them into mimes just like they intended to in the first place. Wow. Mimes, okay? You're not a predator if you're a mime. Congratulations. Unless you do that vampire pose where you're like showing your teeth and showing your claws, basically. Oh, I'm a vampire, look at me. I'm a mimepire. Okay, shut the fuck up. As you're climbing up, you gotta clean yourself up a little bit. Or you gotta be very, very good at what you're doing, basically. Either or, basically. So, I don't want to hear no cum, okay? Susan, I'll fire you. One day I'll fire you. You'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I was YouTube CEO. I still am, and I still will be. But for now, I am more known as a YouTube cook of 3 hours of ranting. Thank you guys for watching. Why did you do that? What the fuck did you do, dude? You thought you were gonna get some good food? You just get cum on your plate. See you next time. Please come again. Am I right? I'm not a vampire, but you know, I got those tricks up my sleeves that they have, and I feel cool about it, you know, every time I find it. Because anytime expose a predator, that's a cool game to play. Am I right? You know, I'll give you the reason for fear of flights. This is gonna be the star point of the entire map. It's something that a reason why MatPat should watch this video. Fear of flights is a closed environment. No escape. For a long time. You better doze yourself off, because if you emotionally break someone down, or you trigger yourself emotionally, anyone can turn into a demon and turn a flight into a fucking nightmare in the sky. Oh my god, will I ever want to see that. Right now, the trigger does not work, emotional trigger. But eventually it will start lighting up. And we're gonna watch some different kind of YouTube videos then. You know, what kind of demon has been summoned in this flight? Oh wow, this person decided to do that. And the flight has been destroyed. It's smashed. Congratulations. The demon succeeded. You know, there will be suicidal people that will be fucking geniuses, and they will turn on that kill switch and bam. And maybe just my video, because ended and people still want to watch it, they pick it up and cool. Don't blame me for it. Don't blame the messenger, because you don't want to fly with me, boy. just so you know. No, but the idea is, this is why it's so rational to fear flights, you won't even believe it. The deep down, when you truly have a logical brain and you start opening your feelings even a little bit, it's the scariest thing to be in a closed environment for too long without any escape. Everyone kind of signs up a contract, yeah, I'm gonna be a nice person and I'm gonna fucking flip the switch and flipped everything upside down all of a sudden. But you never know. Because there's one thing I have no idea, and I don't think science has any idea. What happens when the heart goes nuts? Because I control my portion of reality. What if it shuts down? Everyone can fucking murder and rape me all of a sudden? I don't want that to happen. I don't want to get scared and die all of a sudden. Okay? My portion of reality shut down. I can't defend myself. I cannot do anything anymore. And I definitely don't have anyone to trust right now, so I believe apocalypse can happen at any moment. This is how I fucking live. So you think his fear is irrational? You think I can't relate to MatPat when I'm punching him in the face? You think it doesn't hurt? You think everything I've done is low effort bullshit? Well, try, beat me. 3 hours, sit through it, and let's see how you take off into space when I throw criticism at you. Because eventually that's what pops the bubble. Oh, let me do the Mr. Beast challenge. This is a different one. This is actually a challenge, a constructed challenge that no one can replicate it, because no one should, okay? Everyone should just stay away from me, because I am a fucking hedgehog. I'ma spike you up if you try and touch me, okay? I'm going my way. Let me fucking go my way. And that's it. I approve this message. See you guys next time.